Hello, you YouTube cunts. Today we're going to talk about attachment, what that means, why you don't want them, and how to set yourself free with a life of non attachment. Hi, my name's Jack, and I started this YouTube channel to marry my twin loves of talking pish and learning about things that help me understand reality and the universe. So, what is an attachment? It's the state of clinging to something, thinking that without this thing I will not be happy. There are a positive and a negative element to attachment. The positive is the thrill of getting it, obviously. The thrill of getting the bird. The negative is the inevitable fear that once you have it, that it's going to leave, that you're going to lose it, that it's not going to last forever. And thus, attachments, or the best analogy for the attachment is like the child in the concentration camp who is lifting up the food to their mouth with one hand and protecting it from other people with the other. That's attachment. And attachment, by its nature, makes you emotionally unstable. So where do they come from? Attachments are things that are programmed to us, into us, by society. Things that we are told that we need in order to be happy. Power, wealth, status, friends, love, spirituality, God, whatever it is. If you look everywhere around you in the world, you'll realise that the vast majority of people have built their lives on the belief that without these things, they will not be happy. And naturally, when you feel this need to have the thing in order to be happy, an attachment is formed. And then comes the clawing to get the thing, and the thrill that comes when you get it, the desire to cling on to it once you have it, and the anxiety that comes when you're losing it. And finally, the fight to stop yourself from losing it, and the eventual misery when it does leave your life. That is the cycle of an attachment. Being attached to someone or something is to become a prisoner to it. It's to say that without this thing, I am not going to be happy. It's to say that this thing is more important than your happiness. And if you think about every negative emotion that you have in your life, it's to do with one of your attachments. You know, the emotion of fear is usually around something that you're attached to in regards to your security or your survival. For example, losing a job. The emotion of jealousy comes when you see someone else chatting up your attachment. The emotion of anger comes when someone's blocking you between you and getting your attachment. And they are like shopping bags full of bricks that you're carrying around all the time. And you think, yeah, I know it would be cool to let go of the need, to make loads of money, but I still want to fucking make loads of money though, don't I? So how do I do both? So how do you deal with them? There's only one way to deal with attachments, and that is to drop them. And there are 3 simple truths which will help you learn how to drop your attachments in life. Number 1, you are holding on to a belief that without this particular thing, you will not be happy. This is completely false. So what you could do is you could take all the things that you're attached to, you could look at them, and you could say, without you, I am going to be happy. This isn't an easy thing to do, and your body is probably going to fight that information. Another way to see the power that these attachments have over you is to take some of your attachments, your mum, your bud, your job, and to say to them in your mind, my happiness is more important to me than you. And see how that feels internally. There's going to be a bit of struggling in there, and that is the power that these attachments have over you. They are fucking got their claws all over the gaff. The second law that you need to know in order to drop your attachments is one that you'll be happy to hear, and that is that you can keep all your fucking attachments as long as you're not attached to them. You don't have to quit your job or, stop making money or get rid of your bud or whatever. If you refuse to hold the false belief that without the thing you can't be happy, then you no longer have the fear about losing them. You no longer have to exert the energy to guard them, and therefore you can enjoy them more than you ever have in your life because you're totally relaxed and free to enjoy them. That's the benefit of being non-attached. It's not that you have to fucking get rid of everything and live in a mountain cave. It's that you can actually enjoy the things that you like in your life more than you do right now. And the third noble truth to get rid of attachments is that if you can enjoy the smell of 1,000 flowers, then you're not going to be too arsed about losing one of them. If you've got 1,000 favourite meals, then you're not going to be too worried when you lose one of them. If you've met tens of thousands of people all over the world, you're not going to be that bored if you lose a single friend. So your attachments are stopping you from getting a deeper and more varied taste of the experience of what is out there in the world. For example, for me, some practical shit is that, I'd go in and have a coffee break with my work. sitting there, I'm chatting, I'm listening, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm enjoying it. It's way more pleasurable than sitting and writing in a Google Doc and doing work. And yet, there always comes a moment where you sort of know that it's time to go. And I've spent many times where you get attached to this like lunch break and you eke it out and you stretch out and you stretch out. And as you do, the guilt builds because you know you're not doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing next. But the non attachment way is to be like, that was a nice little moment. Good little coffee break. I'm going to go back to work and move on to the next little scene in my life. Another one is, for example, if you're traveling and you meet some lassie in a hostel and you have 24 hours in paradise, going to the museums and walk along the beach and have this romantic fucking before sunset sort of day. And then the next day you're both going different ways. The attachment is to be like, oh no, stay in the place, hang out for another 3 days, kill the buzz because ultimately you aren't even meant to be together. And then in 3 days' time you have to leave, having tarnished the memory of this beautiful day. The non-attachment way is to just be like, listen, that was a phenomenal day in my life. I'm going to always remember it. See you after. In conclusion, the belief that without the things that you have in your life, you will not be happy is ruining your fucking life. And there is not a single moment in your life where you don't have everything you could possibly need to be happy. Chew on that one for a wee minute. Cheers.